Kenneth Knowles. I don't know if, do you prefer Ken?
Ken, either way, it's fine with me.
Okay.
That's a lot of people out here for me. First of all, I want y'all to know that I'm glad that you're here. I'm proud to be here.
We can't hear you.
I'm sorry. I said, I'm proud to be here and I'm proud to see all of y'all here. First of all, I am not a politician. I have never been a politician. So this here, for me be standing here is different. As you can tell, I'm kind of nervous. But it doesn't change anything. My goal is to do better for this county. I do not see anything other than individuals out here that matter to me. One of the hardest things for me to do, as I talked to Pamela and Teresa, is to get up here and tell them my accomplishments and what I've done to this community. I think if anybody has ever been on Facebook or followed me or in the news knows what I've done. I don't have a resume like some of these people have. But what I do have is a heart. And I know that I'm fair and I'm honest and I can get things done. I think I've proven that over the last 10 years. I moved here in 1988. My father was ill. I came to help him and he has passed away. I stayed. I love this county. Now, I don't have a whole lot to say and Robin's not gonna wave to me. But anything that you wanna ask me, you can ask me. I give you my phone number. It's 254-631-7400. You can contact me on Facebook. You can contact me any way you want. On the street, in Walmart, I'll be happy to discuss everything. Now, while I don't have the resume that everybody does have, I know that I am qualified to do the job just like all the other 4 candidates. All I'm asking for you is to give Eastland a chance and to give me a chance and vote for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
Paul, Lewallen, come on up.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name's Paul Lewallen. As y'all are aware, I'm standing up here because I'm running for county judge. A lot of y'all may not know me. I'll go into a little bit of background information. I was born out in West Texas, Midland. Grew up there, lived in Alpine for a long time, went to high school out there. Went to Lubbock after that, graduated from Texas Tech in 1986 with a Bachelor of Science Political Science degree. Moved to Houston, Texas, went to law school at South Texas College of Law, graduated December 1989. After I graduated, I was admitted to the bar in 1990. Went back to West Texas to Midland for a little while, practiced law with a firm out there. Moved to Fort Worth, worked for a firm there for a short period of time. February, about this time, 1992, I opened my own law office in Fort Worth. I've been in private practice ever since. I've had several offices in Fort Worth, had an office here in Eastland for a long time, got an office over in Breckenridge. I primarily, throughout all those years, I've always done criminal defense work. Been as a solo practitioner, I do all aspects of the law. Anybody that owns their own business knows you've got to do whatever you can to bring the money in. So I've done probate work, I've done personal injury work, family law, estate planning, but primarily my focus has been in criminal defense and personal injury work throughout all those years. I do a lot of work in Eastland County. As I mentioned, I had an office here for several years. I think my experience as an attorney as far as the county judge is concerned, the judicial aspect of that part of the job, hands down. I mean, I've got 27 years, May will be 28 years of experience. That's only one aspect of it, though. The other aspect, as Judge Fields and Mr. King mentioned, is administrative aspect. Been the chief executive officer of the county. One of the main things there is working along with the commissioners, getting along, not butting heads, trying to do what's best for the county. I think my experience, been self-employed for the last 26 years in dealing with various people, judges, business owners, probation, everybody. I think my experience there, and obviously operating a business and staying afloat, I think my experience there will be beneficial in the aspect of the administrative aspect of being a good county judge. Unlike the other candidates, or two of them, and the incumbent, I didn't grow up here. But I do have memories as a young kid. Every summer we'd come up here and I'd stay with my aunt or my grandmother out on their respective farms in between Eastland and Eastland and Carbon. It wasn't always good memories because that was always the time that the hay business was in. My job was hauling hay, peanut hay. And if anybody remembers old peanut hay, that's not very much fun, especially as a kid. But our treat back then was work all summer and they'd take us to Fort Worth to go to Six Flags. So I guess it was okay. I bought some property out here in 1997. I've got a small ranch in between Eastland and Carbon. Spent a lot of time there. I've got two kids. My daughter is 20 years old. She attends Ranger Junior College at the Stephenville campus. My son is a sophomore in high school here in Eastland. A few years back, my daughter decided that they wanted to come out and live on the ranch and go to school out here. So we moved from Fort Worth to the ranch. My daughter went to high school, was very active in sports. She played softball, volleyball, basketball, any sport she was there. Like I said, my son, he's a sophomore in Eastland High School. He lives out on the ranch with me, helps me take care of the cows. Last 2 years, when he's not in school and the hunting season's on, he's been working at the deer processing plant in between Cisco and Eastland. As far as county judge, I've been wanting to run for a judge for a long time. As y'all could probably tell, I'm a little bit older, so I got a late start raising kids. I didn't think it was the opportune time years back because I was focusing on raising my kids. As I mentioned, my daughter is in college now. My son's a sophomore in high school. At this point in time in my life, I've got enough time, free time now, or will have, once my son gets out of high school and moves on to college. I'll have some more free time that I normally dedicate to my kids, that I can open up and start doing what I've been wanting to do for a long time. And that's to be your county judge. When my kids decided they wanted to move out here, that was what I was planning on doing all along. But I was waiting for them to get out of high school, and unfortunately they decided they made the move for me. They decided they wanted to come out here. So I think at this point in time in my life, I'm in the position that I can do what I really want to do. And that's run for county judge. I appreciate y'all coming out. Once again, I think my experience as an attorney for the past, in May it'll be 28 years. I think my experience as an attorney will be beneficial to every aspect of the job. I look forward to doing that, working with y'all, working with law enforcement, county commissioners, anybody in the community. Like I said, I'm not that, a lot of y'all may not know me, but if you have any questions, after this is over with, I've got some cards with me. I'll write down my email address or my telephone number where you can get in touch with me, or I'll answer any questions you have. What you're not going to find me on is Facebook. guess I'm too old and set in my ways. I don't have a Facebook account, my kids do. They've tried to get me to get one. A lot of people I've talked to have told me it's important to have one for this election. I haven't set up one, and to be honest with you, I don't think I'm going to. Number one, not sure if I know how to get on it, and I'm just, I guess I'm too set in my ways. But other than that, if you got any questions, if I'm elected as county judge, I'll have an open door. And likewise, during this campaign, if y'all have any questions, feel free to give me a call. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna try to help you out a little bit. So, if y'all could just disregard that last statement he made, or several statements about the Facebook. I'm sure he can get on there. No, Teresa Slaughter, you can come on, please, thank you.
Hello, everyone. One thing I will warn you right now is when I was in college, I did get what they would call a pity pass on public speaking. So you'll just have to bear with me. Little bit of background. My mother was born and raised here. She passed away here, graduated college here. Most of you probably know her other than me because she was an educator for 33 years. I have lived personally in Cisco for over 40 years. My husband and I have been here for 27 years together. Majority of my children and the majority of my grandchildren live here, so I have a vested interest in Eastland County. My husband and I are both self-employed, therefore it's passionate to us to see Eastland County grow and prosper. I am a conservative Republican. Therefore, I stand by my conservative Republican values. Less government, smaller government, less taxes, and family values. Those are very important to me. I do have a plan for, if elected Eastland County Judge. I want to stop for just a second and throw out there that Judge Fields has done a wonderful job. I do believe that Eastland County needs to go in a little bit of a different direction. You know, I'm going to run a very positive campaign. I think all the candidates are awesome. They have done very well. Like I said, I do have a plan, a little bit of education background. Went to school at Cisco High School from 4th grade on. Got an associate's degree from Cisco College, Cisco Junior College, back when it was Cisco Junior College. Have a Bachelor of Business Administration with a concentration in accounting from 2004. And I have worked in the private accounting sector as all the way from accounts receivable manager to controller for 8 years. So I do know how to deal with a budget and deal with salesmen and clients and a lot of different, levels of people. But like I said, this is going to be short and sweet. I have a plan for Cisco. Judge Fields went into, there are a lot, and so did James. There are a lot of aspects to the county judge position. These are just a few of them. I mean, it is a huge position, and it is a very important position to our county. Property tax, I have 4 planks that I'm running on. Property tax reform is one of them. The buck stops with the county judge and the commissioner's court. I should have brought my notes up here because, as usual, like I said, public speaking is not really my thing. I will work, if elected, I will travel to Austin and I will work closely with our state representative and our state senator in order to see if we can't find other type of funding and other type of areas to where we can go and see if we can alleviate the debt that we put on the property tax individuals. I'm gonna skip that part. Okay, my second platform is the county judge's salary. Currently, he makes over $100,000 a year. I have done some research into this. Now there is a caveat to that. $25,200 of that is for state supplemented. It's state supplemented to help deal with, like he had explained, a lot of the criminal and different state. 40% of that is to assist with that. I have checked into a few other counties, Mitchell being one of them. Demographically, they are they're similar to Eastland County. Their county judge makes $75,000. I vow to cut the salary to $75,000. If I do not do the 40% for the state supplement, then that will cut the salary down to $50,000. With a county median income of $32,000, I just don't find that reasonable. I'm sorry. My third platform is transparency and accessibility. I believe that everyone, you, the taxpayers, are the boss. Therefore, I believe that you should have, if you have any questions, concerns, ideas, anything along those lines, you should be able to voice them and have them heard and addressed. You know, you are we work for you. Okay, the last thing is where my private accounting comes into place. Zero-based budgeting system. Our county currently works on a recurrent budgeting system, which means we take whatever budget we had the previous year and we bring it to the next year, and we either decrease or increase depending on what is needed. Zero-based budgeting system basically means you start from scratch. You start at zero and you build your budget up from that. Therefore, if in this manner you can go in and you can see where others, you can see where there are programs or there are items or systems or different things along those lines that may be obsolete, may not be, necessary anymore. And it also, this system also comes in and it will recognize and show that where we may have waste that is inadvertently not looked at. Like I said, there's a lot. That's just my basic 4 platforms. I skipped over quite a bit of it. The county judge, like Judge Fields said, you're basically the chief financial officer, chief executive officer, along with the commissioner's court. You do the budget, you set the budget rate, you set the tax rate. There are a lot of different, I have spent hours talking to the Center for Life Resources with currently used to be MHMR in Brownwood. I have spent time talking with other judges, other candidates, other courthouses to see how things are run. I'm taking this very seriously. And if I've got push cards that have got my platform on there. And like I said, I probably skipped over a ton of things that I should have said that I didn't say, just because I'm nervous. So if anybody has any questions, this has my email, my personal cell phone number on it. And if there's any questions, concerns, or anything along those lines, like I said, I just touched on the tip of the county judge position because it is so more in-depth than that. And it is, I do have a passion for Eastland County. I want to see it prosper. I want to see it grow. There's just a lot of things. I'm a very passionate person. So I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come listen to all of us speak. We've got great candidates. And Robin's over there going, just stop, Teresa, just stop. And I would be honored to have your vote as your next Eastland County judge, and God bless.
Okay, so, want to invite y'all all to come back and gather, bring your friends, your family, and, it will be this Thursday night, it will be the same people. The county judge will be having a debate, at River of Life Church at 6:30. Is there anything else I needed to add to that this week? And anyway, we have, like this, you know, I know some people have to leave, for sure one. Anyway, but our cutoff time is 1, and so you may want to ask questions, and feel free. Thank y'all for coming. Appreciate it again.
Thank you, Robin.